What's going down? Just sending out the shares. You guys know how it goes with the lives. We always take the first minute or so, send out all the shares, let everybody know that we are officially live. All right, got one last one. Boom. All right. Oh shit, I forgot to add the link. Can I edit? Can I edit it? Can I edit it? I can't even edit it. There we go. Now I can edit it. All right, I think we got everything done. I think we got them all. We got them all. What up, Brian? What up, Trey? What up, Explicit? How you guys doing, man? Appreciate you for tuning in. You dig what I'm saying? My bad, I had to send out all the noties real quick. You dig what I'm saying? You know how it go. All right, let me set y'all up over here because my phone was dying, so it's on the charger. So I gotta set y'all up right here. All right, boom. I got y'all set up. Appreciate you, man. Love you too, guys. Or love you too, Explicit. You know what I'm saying? I love all y'all subscribers, everybody out there supporting and showing love. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate all y'all. You don't even understand. All right, where's hold up. I gotta grab my bag real quick. Well, I need to get my bag real quick. Grab my stick. Give me like 10 seconds. We're gonna jump into this. And I'm back. And I'm back like 4 flats on the Cadillac. What up, Sean? Chilling. All right, so let's go ahead and let's give a big shout out to all the members of the channel. If you guys haven't, heard or seen already, in the beginnings of all of the videos and the lives, we always give a big shout out to all of the members of the channel. You know what I'm saying? We gotta pay it forward, like Mr. Pay It Forward. You dig what I'm saying? But shout out to Carrie, Mr. Pay It Forward, Happy Chick, Epic Service, Lynn Willow, Jamal, Jeffrey, Holla Girl, Taylor, Funny Farm, Jordan, Christy Poe, Holla Boy, Marla, Marie, Diesel, Nick, Creatively Insane, Nicole, Aaron, Mama Dukes, Misty Summers, Robin Lynn, Amy Jane Doe, Liz, Nugget, My Hood Life, and Gary Willis. Appreciate you guys for being members and rocking with your boy the way that you do. Again, if you guys want to get a shout out in all the videos, all the lives, all that good jazz, please just think about hitting the join button. You dig? There's 3 different options to choose from to become a member, and you never know. You may enjoy it. If not, subscribe, bell notification. It's free 99, and it helps your boy out tremendously. You dig what I'm saying? It helps your boy out tremendously. So let's go ahead and jump into this MrBallen joint right here. Oh, and shout out to you guys too. What up, Bandit? Thank you for all the thank yous and congratulations and all that stuff. We had our wedding party yesterday for me and Renee. We officially do get married in October, October 23rd to be exact. Me and Renee get married out in Jamaica, which is gonna be really dope. Looking forward to that whole experience and everything. But yeah, just wanted to give a big shout out to everybody who said congratulations. because of the whole party and all that stuff and the announcement. Even though we've announced it, some people didn't know. But thank you for everybody who acknowledged and hit me up with the best of wishes and all that stuff. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into this, man. We got MrBallen. You already know he be coming with the craziness. You dig? Crazy neighbors secret caught on camera. All right, you already know what that is. You already know how it's gonna go down. It's about to be wild in these streets. You dig what I'm saying? Appreciate you, Brian. Appreciate that one friend in the group. We all got that one friend in the group. if you don't have that one friend in the group, God damn it, you are that friend in the group. You dig what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You are that one friend in the group if you don't have one. Let's move on.
Today's story is about a typical middle-class American family that had everything going for them. Mom and dad were still totally in love 25 years after getting married. Their 2 kids were happy, successful, and poised to do huge things in life. But then in 2021, it was like things just started to go so badly for this family. It was like they had hit the stretch of...
So like the pandemic, it smacked them. And this is one of the things I had said about the pandemic. I said, man, at the top, you can ask people, at the top of the pandemic, I said the pandemic is going to do one of 2 things for people. One of 2 things. You have one of 2 options. It was either going to break you. Oh, God damn it, it was going to make you. You dig what I'm saying? That was it. Those are the only 2 options. The whole situation with the pandemic, all we're seeing at this point is we're seeing wealthy, and rich people and stuff who are losing it all or going crazy and losing their shit, really stable middle class families that are losing it all, and just going crazy, you know what I'm saying? But then you got the whole other side of that coin too, where you got, poor families or middle class families that are all of a sudden seeing and finding, new ways to amass wealth. And starting new businesses and all sorts of crazy shit, you know what I'm saying? So it was gonna make you or it was gonna break you. You know what I'm saying? You kind of got to choose and dictate a little bit of how that worked and in your favor. But those were the options. You were either gonna make it or you was gonna get broken at the end of this whole COVID shit. That whole pandemic situation.
Bad luck, but their misfortunes had nothing to do with bad luck. Their misfortunes were the result of someone in their midst carrying around a very big secret. But before we get into today's story, if you're a fan of the strange, dark, and mysterious delivered in story format, then you've come to the right place because that's all we do, and we upload once a week. So, if that's of interest to you, the next time the like button is in a deep sleep, put a wig on them, also a beard and mustache combo, and then disguise their room to look like a hospital suite, and then violently shake them awake and tell them they've just woken up after being in a medically induced coma for years. Also, please subscribe to our channel and turn on all notifications so you don't miss any of our weekly uploads. Okay, let's get into today's story. In the early 1990s, a woman in her early 20s, named Krista Frater, was working as a manager inside of a retail store called the Boston Store in Madison, Wisconsin. Not long after she was hired there, the Boston Store would hire another employee to work at their Madison location. His name was Bart Halderson, and like Krista, he was in his early 20s, although he was 3 years younger than Krista, and he was hired to be a clerk. Bart and Krista didn't know each other before working at the same location, but their shifts often overlapped, and so in time they got to know each other, and they found they had a lot in common. They both had grown up roughly outside of Madison, Wisconsin. They both had graduated from the same college, the University of Wisconsin-Madison, and they both shared a love of home design. Krista, who had majored in art history in college, was very passionate about interior home design. As for Bart, he was just one of those people who naturally could fix just about anything with his bare hands, and growing up, his favorite projects were anything to do with home repairs. Whether it was something super simple or super complex, he didn't care. He just found it incredibly satisfying to keep a home in immaculate condition. And so Bart and Krista bonded over their commonalities, and in time, their working friendship evolved into a full-fledged romance. And by 1994, they had left the Boston store, they had gotten married, and they had moved in together to their own apartment in DeForest.
Bro, that's like some like old picturesque like fucking fairy tale ass shit right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the whole way he just described their whole fucking relationship was like something has to go wrong. Something like it can't be that motherfucking perfect. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit sounded like disgustingly perfect. Like kudos to them for being able to, you know what I'm saying, find somebody so perfectly matched to themselves. But God, that was like, you know, it was like, you know what I'm saying? Like that was kind of like, it was like, how are y'all so perfectly fucking matched? Like, that shit don't even make no sense. You know what I mean? It's like that ain't real life.
Far from Madison. 2 years after that, in 1996, Bart and Krista welcomed their first child into the world. It was a little boy who they named Mitchell. And as soon as Mitchell was born, Krista decided she wanted to stay home with the baby, and Bart was in full support, and so he went out and he got a great job as an accountant, which paid enough money to pay for the whole family. And 18 months after Mitchell was born, Bart and Krista welcomed their second and final child, another boy who they named Chandler. A few years after Chandler was born, Bart and Krista had saved up just enough money that they could finally afford to buy a house of their own. And the house they finally settled on was just this very modest, small, two-story home in this very quiet little town in Wisconsin called Windsor. Windsor is not far from DeForest, where they had been renting an apartment. But this little house in Windsor was perfect for Bart, Krista, and their boys. Not only did it have enough space for the family, but because it was their own house, as soon as they moved in, Krista got to really lean in to her passion for interior design, and she got to design the entire layout of the house. And then she can...
My bad. I was just about to answer RV Andy's girl's question. Not necessarily slowed down on reacting to church specifically. We still react to church. I just slowed down on reacting to like music in general, just because there's a lot of copyrights. It's not as fun dealing with or being a YouTuber when you've got so many like outside stresses that you can't like help. You know what I'm saying? So we just kind of like made YouTube fun again. Like, I react to all sorts of crazy shit, police shit, scary shit, you know, crazy stories, like all sorts of stuff. Like we do music every once in a while. Church is still one of those people, but I just don't do a whole lot of music stuff in general. So there's no specific like artists or reasons that I quit doing the music stuff. It was just kind of overall the music reaction space is very stressful. I mean, that's as simple as I can make it. This shit's stressful, bro. And I didn't like YouTube being stressful for me. I like
keeping the house perfectly tidy and beautiful at all times. As for Bart, he immediately began doing home repair project after home repair project. This house became his trophy, and he wanted to make sure his trophy was polished at all times. And it wasn't just the physical house that made this feel like their forever home. It was also their neighbors. As soon as they moved in, Bart and Krista made friends with all of the people that lived on their street, and they were all so friendly and welcoming. And then before long, the Haldersons were deeply invested in community activities like the Boy Scouts and the Kiwanis Club, and they were donating their time and money to other charities. I mean, so quickly, the Halderson family just found where they belonged. And over the next 2+ decades, life for the Haldersons in this little home in Windsor remained perfect. Bart continued to move up the ladder at his accounting firm, and Krista continued to be a devoted mother and housekeeper. As for the kids, Mitchell and Chandler, they were given every opportunity their parents could possibly give them. And in that loving and supportive environment, they both thrived. By 2021, the older brother, Mitchell, who was 25 at the time, he had moved out and was living alone in an apartment, and he had graduated from college. He had landed an incredible IT job with a local, very successful company. He was engaged to be married, and he was about to buy his own house. As for the younger brother, Chandler, who was 23 at the time, he was still living at home with Bart and Krista, but he was doing just as well as his older brother. He was in his final year of college, but he had already accepted a full-time job with SpaceX that was set to start in Florida as soon as he graduated. And while he was...
Bro, you know how fucking smart you have to be to get offered a full-time job at SpaceX? Like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, Burton, whatever the mom's name is, I forgot the mom's name, but Burton, his wife, they raised some solid individuals. You know what I'm saying? They got some thunkers on their heads, you know what I'm saying, or on their shoulders. They got some thinkers, bro.
His final year of college, in between his studies, he worked part-time at a local insurance company to help pay rent to his parents, and he also volunteered the rest of his spare time with the Madison Police Department on their rescue scuba diving team. Chandler was also in a committed relationship with his girlfriend. But despite how well everything was going for Bart, for Krista, for Mitchell, for Chandler, their lives were about to take a serious turn for the worst. It all started in June of 2021.
All right, the only thing, I'm just gonna make a speculation right here like we always do. The only thing, like, I'm trying to think, like, what could go so wrong? Like, what kind of secrets could, like, a family like this have? You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't seem like the dad was, like, a weirdo in any fashion. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't seem like he was, like, one of those, like, weird, you know, like creeper dads or nothing like that. The kids don't seem like they have any sort of weird problems. The only person that like has some sort of suspicion to me is the mom. And the only reason I'm going to say that is not because of anything that MrBallen has said, but therefore the lack of what he has said. Like, he hasn't really made too much mention of the mom other than she's done her best to be the best, you know, at-home mom and, you know, housekeeper that she could be. But it's like, that can't be her only dream in life, was to sit at home and take care of kids and fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, clean a house. Like, I just don't believe that that's her only ambition in life. So I'm thinking that the mom went crazy, bro. I think the mom did something. Not sure what that is yet. We're gonna find out together. But I'm speculating that it's the mom that brought all these problems to the family.
Month, Chandler, who was only weeks away from flying out to Titusville, Florida to start his job with SpaceX, fell down an entire flight of stairs, smashing his head in the process.
Damn.
Now, he immediately picked himself up and tried to tell himself that he was okay, but over the course of that day, he started to feel woozy and disoriented, and his legs started to feel numb. And so in a panic, he rushed himself to the hospital, and unfortunately, when they scanned his brain and they checked him out, the doctors discovered he had a severe concussion from this fall, and he had a brain bleed that almost certainly would require surgery at some point down the road. Also, the numbness in his legs appeared to be the result of permanent nerve damage. And so suddenly, Chandler, who was so excited about this opportunity in Florida, is now back home in a neck brace with a cane to get around. And even with the cane, he can barely walk. And then adding insult to injury, he almost immediately lost the job at SpaceX because he couldn't travel to Florida to start the job, and so they filled it with someone else. Chandler did his best to stay positive and optimistic, but I mean, this was a crushing blow. Everything he had worked for had just been taken away. And it was crushing for his family too. I mean, seeing their beloved Chaz, as they called him, laying on the couch looking totally miserable and depressed all day was awful. But despite how bad Chandler's accident was, the trauma it inflicted on Chandler and his family was nothing compared to what happened next. The Haldersons owned a small cabin that was located in a part of Wisconsin called White Lake. It was located about 3 hours drive to the north of their home in Windsor, and the cabin was situated inside of this rural forested area right near a big lake called White Lake, hence the name of the area. This cabin had been in the Halderson family since the 1940s, and when Mitchell and Chandler were little kids, Bart and Krista would take them up there all the time to go fishing, to go swimming, or just to relax. It was like their vacation home. But at some point, Chandler and Mitchell reached a certain age where they weren't that interested in going to the cabin anymore, and so as a result, Bart and Krista basically stopped going. However, just 2 weeks after Chandler's horrific injury, there was this huge storm that rolled through the White Lake area, and after the storm had passed, some people who lived permanently in White Lake called Bart and Krista and told them, hey, I was driving past your cabin and I saw there was some broken windows. It looks like your cabin might have been damaged from this storm. And so Bart and Krista, they're thinking, oh my goodness, we got to get up there as soon as we can and patch up that window and fix the rest of the cabin before another storm rolls through and totally ruins the cabin. And so Bart and Krista pull out their calendar and they see the next weekend coming up is the 4th of July weekend. The 4th of July.
We still do live streams with wifey. It's not in the garage though, obviously. We do it at the house, inside the house now in our little YouTube area. But yeah, we still do live streams.
A very
with
big
wifey.
holiday in America. It's when we celebrate our independence. And the way White Lake celebrates the 4th of July is with a big parade down Main Street and these amazing fireworks out over White Lake. And so Bart and Krista, they figure, you know what, let's just hold off and head up to our cabin in a couple of days to time it with the 4th of July weekend, and we can make the necessary repairs and we can enjoy the festivities of the holiday and kind of have a mini vacation up there. And so that was all fine and good, but right before they left for this trip up to White Lake, Bart and Krista started acting a little weird. On the evening of Thursday, July 1st, the day before Bart and Krista are supposed to leave for this trip, they begin packing up their things. And since Chandler lives with them, he's at home, he sees them doing this, and at some point he kind of got up and hobbled over and tried to help them pack, but that was short-lived because his legs were so weak. And so he sat down and just kind of watched them pack. And what he saw is they were packing lots and lots of cash and silver bars into their luggage. Although this was kind of odd to Chandler, he decided not to say anything because he figured, you know what, maybe they want to stash their cash and silver in the cabin like a keepsake, I don't know, but it's their business, it's not mine. And so Bart and Krista, they continue to pack up their things, and Chandler, because he can't go anywhere, just continues to kind of watch them pack. And at some point, Chandler asks his parents, so how are you getting up to White Lake? And his parents would say, oh, we're just getting a ride from our friends, another couple, they're driving us up. But they didn't tell him who the couple was. They basically just said, it's our friends. And so again, Chandler's sitting there thinking, okay, this whole thing is a little bit weird, but you know what? It's their business. I'm not going to ask about it. They obviously don't want to tell me. And so he just kind of let it go. And so,
man, I don't care. I would have been asking so many questions, bro. I have so many questions. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's so many questions. Goddamn it. Y'all are about to answer some of these questions. I don't give a fuck. We're all adults here now. Where are y'all going? And why are y'all taking all this goddamn money? And where did y'all get these fucking bricks of silver and shit? Like, where did y'all get all this goddamn money? Like, why are y'all, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just got so many questions. Like,
at some point, Bart and Krista, they finish packing and they move all their luggage to the front of the house right near the front door. And then a little while later, they and Chandler would retreat to their rooms and they would go to sleep. The next morning, July 2nd, Friday, Chandler got up early at about 6 a.m. And when he got up, he began slowly hobbling his way down the stairs, expecting to see his mom and dad having breakfast and, getting ready to leave because they certainly wouldn't have left without telling him. But he gets downstairs and the house is dark and totally empty, and all of the bags that his parents had packed the night before and put near the front door, they were all gone. And so Chandler's thinking, did my parents get up at like 5 a.m. and leave without telling me?
Yeah.
So he goes to the door and he looks out the window thinking, maybe they're out there waiting outside. But when he looked outside, his parents weren't out there. And sure enough, their cars were still in the driveway. And so Chandler was left to believe that, well, I guess my parents did get picked up by whoever these friends were, and they did not feel the need to come tell me they were leaving. Now, this did leave Chandler a little bit shaken up. He just kept thinking about the strangeness of what they were packing and the fact that he didn't know who they were going with, and now this sudden departure. But again, Chandler just told himself that his parents would be just fine. These are just kind of random anomalies, but they are not indicative of there being any issue here. And so Chandler found a way to just kind of push these concerns out of his mind, and he just went about his day. And so because his parents were now going to be gone for the weekend, he promptly called his girlfriend, Catherine, and asked her to come over and stay at his house with him for a couple of days. And so she comes over, and because Chandler can't really do anything because of his injury, they basically spent the weekend just kind of lounging around and eating nice food and watching Netflix. But by the end of the weekend, on Sunday morning, there was an undertone that both of them noticed that something was wrong. Chandler had told his girlfriend about the strangeness of his parents' quick departure to White Lake, But he had said to her, I'm sure it's fine, and she basically said the same thing, that of course your parents are fine. But by Sunday, Bart and Krista had still not called or texted or
Where
checked
did they
in
go?
with Chandler or Mitchell or anybody. They were just totally gone and silent. And whenever Chandler or Catherine tried calling Bart or Krista's cell phone, it didn't even ring. It just went straight to voicemail. But by late that
So they
day,
just
Sunday,
disappeared
July
and fell off the
4th,
face
when
of the
really
earth?
concerns were starting to mount about what
They just
happened
floating
to
around
Bart
in
and
space and
Krista,
shit?
Krista would text her son, Chandler. And what she basically said was, hey, we arrived in White Lake. It's packed here. The service is terrible, but we're going to stick around for the parade, and we'll be back either Monday night or Tuesday early. And so as soon as Chandler and Catherine...
Okay, first off, the weird part about those text messages is how they were broken up. Who texts like that? Like, this lady does not seem to be the type of person who would just break up text messages. I just don't. That's weird. That's weird, bro.
saw this
That's
text
weird.
message, it was like all their worries were completely gone, and they were just excited to see Bart and Krista when they came back the next day or the day after. But the next day, Monday, Bart and Krista did not come home. They didn't call anyone. They didn't text anyone. And again, whenever anybody tried calling their cell phones, which now was Chandler, Catherine, and also Mitchell, who had
They
been
are
looped
straight
in
up gone.
on what's going on with his
They
parents,
dipped.
whenever they tried calling them, Bart and Krista's phone didn't ring. It just went straight to voicemail. And then the day after that, on Tuesday, July 6th, so this was the day that Krista said they would be home by, they didn't come home. And
they
again,
didn't.
no one could get in touch with them. And again, they did not contact anyone. Additionally, on Tuesday, Krista's office began calling Chandler and Mitchell, asking if they knew where Krista was. Krista had recently taken up a customer service job at an auto body shop, and apparently she was scheduled to work on that day, Tuesday the 6th, and she was scheduled to work on that previous Friday, which was the day Bart and Krista left for the lake, meaning she had left on
shit.
this trip without telling
What up, Funny
anybody
Farm?
at work. And according to her boss, Krista was the type of person who, even if she was running a couple of minutes
Yeah, she
late,
seems like real
she would call
apologetic and
ahead or
shit.
text ahead and let people know. So for her to just completely not show up and tell no one was totally out of character. But before Chandler, Mitchell, and Catherine could process this information, Bart's employer began calling them, asking the same things. Hey, do you know where Bart is? He's supposed to be working right now, and we can't get in touch with him, and he didn't put in for time off. And so all afternoon on Tuesday the 6th, Chandler, Mitchell, and Catherine and other family members are trying to call Bart and Krista. They're calling other people in White Lake to see if anybody knows where they are, but nobody does. And so finally, the next morning on Wednesday, July 7th, when still there was no word from Bart and Krista, Chandler goes to the police and he files a missing person report. And pretty much right away, the police in Windsor contacted the police up north in White Lake and asked them to do a check on this cabin to see if maybe Bart and Krista
Right,
were
they
there.
did.
And maybe they just had terrible service, or maybe there was some sort of accident or something that happened. But when the White Lake police arrived at the Halderston cabin, Bart and Krista were not there. No
Nobody
one was
is
there.
there.
In
Yeah.
fact, the cabin looked like it had not been used in months. The outside was totally overgrown, and inside there was no food in the fridge. And interestingly, the police would also tell Chandler, Mitchell, and Catherine that there was no damage done to this cabin. There were no broken windows or any sign, at least no obvious sign, of storm damage to this.
So were they a part of like the cartel or some shit and like didn't tell nobody and it was like, oh shit's coming down, the heat's coming down, like what is going on?
And so after this revelation, of
Was the
course,
dad
Bart
stealing
and
from
Krista's
from his
family is
job?
like, wait a minute. Who called them and told them to head up there to fix these obvious broken windows?
Right.
Are those the same mystery friends that drove them up in the first place? I mean, what's going on here? Was this some sort of
Bruh.
trap? Have they been set up? Are they okay? And so by the following day, Thursday, July 8th, when still there was no sign of Bart or Krista and the police really didn't have any new leads to speak of, Chandler was desperate. And so he went to local media and he said, please run a story about my parents and get the word out there there that they're missing and maybe someone knows something and they'll come forward. And so local media, they would do that. They would run this piece. And so while this media coverage is going on the 8th, Chandler would go back to his home and he would hobble door to door asking each of his neighbors if they had a security camera on the front of their house that might have picked up an angle of the street and so may have seen his parents on the morning of July 2nd when they climbed into that mystery couple's car that took them up to White Lake. Chandler was hoping that if he got this footage, somebody would be able to identify who these mystery friends were. But unfortunately, none of his neighbors had that footage. But as it would turn out, it didn't matter, because on that day, the 8th, the police made a discovery that at first seemed relatively minor, relatively small, but when they examined it more closely, they realized it was a huge discovery and it completely broke the case wide open. To understand this breakthrough, we have to go back to June 29th, 2021. So 3 days before Bart and Krista hopped into that mystery person's car and headed up to White Lake. On that day, June 29th, Bart had finally just had it. There had been something bothering him for a really long time, and he had finally decided, you know what? Today, I'm going to get to the bottom of it. And so Bart pulled out his phone, he punched in a number, he put it to his ear, and after a few rings, a young man named Omar Job answered his call. In total, Bart and Omar would talk on the phone for a total of 17 minutes. And for the first half of the call, it was basically just Bart being really angry and aggressive towards Omar. But then during the second half of the call, when Omar really had a chance to speak for the first time, Bart's tone completely changed. He was no longer angry. He actually sounded totally defeated. And so after this 17-minute phone call finally comes to an end, Bart is left kind of in shock, but he knows he now needs to set up an even more intense meeting with a group of people, and he needs to tell them what he just learned from Omar. And within 24 hours, Bart had set this additional high-stakes meeting with this other group. It was set for 3 p.m. on July 1st. July 1st was the day before Bart and Krista would leave for White Lake. And so on July 1st, the day of this new pivotal meeting, Bart was working from home, and at some point he looked at his watch and he saw it was just after 2 p.m. And even though this meeting he was going to have was still an hour away, the location of the meeting was a bit of a drive away, and so he knew he needed to leave soon. And so Bart stopped working and he texted Chandler, who was in the house with him. He just said, "Ready to leave when you are." Chandler was aware of how important this meeting was for his dad. He also understood the terrible position his dad was in, and so he had agreed to go with his dad to this meeting. And so after a couple of minutes, both Chandler and Bart have gotten dressed and ready for this meeting, and they met downstairs on the first floor, and after kind of a nod to each other, they begin walking towards the front door. But then something happens. Chandler was standing behind Bart, and so as they're moving towards the door, Chandler reaches out and grabs a rifle he was hiding on the first floor. He raises it and he fires at least 2 shots into his father's back. And then once his father fell to the ground and was either dead or dying, Chandler, calm as can be, pulled out his phone and he texted his mother and told her, "Hey, Dad's phone is dead, so just text me." And then Chandler also sent his mother a text saying, "Get soda on your way home." To which his mother just wrote, "K, I can," smiley face. All Chandler was trying to do was buy as much time as possible to prep the house for his mother's return. And so over the next couple of hours, we don't know exactly what Chandler did, but it's assumed he moved his father's body into some hiding place, and then after maybe trying to clean up a little bit, Chandler laid in wait for his mother. And at 4:58 p.m., Krista would clock out of her job at the automotive shop. She would make a pit stop at a store to buy Chandler some soda, and then between 5:15 and 5:30, security cameras on neighbors' houses would pick her up pulling into her driveway. And then just a couple of minutes later, she walked inside of her beautiful little dream home where she had raised her family over the past couple of decades, only to be immediately gunned down by her son the second she walked inside. It would turn out Chandler was living a double life. He had never graduated from college. He had gone to college, but for like a semester and flunked out. But he just kept telling his friends and family that he was progressing through college and then he graduated from college, all made up.
Bro, this shit is a fucking, like, that was like a whole twisted ass, like, I was not ready or expecting that shit at all. Like, what? So the brain injury definitely caused a lot more damage than just him having some issues with his body, nerve damage and stuff. This definitely caused some like psychological damage, and he went crazy.
He also did
What
not
the
have a
hell?
job at the insurance company. He just told his family that he worked from home, which really meant he sat in his room and played video games all day. He was not a rescue scuba diver for the Madison Police Department because, one, he was not a scuba diver, and two, because the Madison Police Department did not have a rescue scuba diving team. And needless to say, he did not have a job with SpaceX. He had never even applied. As for his head injury, he may have bumped his head at some point, and he did go to the doctors by himself sometime in mid-June, but that doctor just told him he might have a mild concussion and then offered him a neck brace and told him, you don't need to wear it. That's only if you want to wear it. But then very quickly, Chandler turned this non-injury into a debilitating, crippling, life-altering injury and literally hobbled all around with a neck brace and cane. And the reason he did that is he needed an excuse for why he wasn't starting his job at SpaceX. In short, Chandler lied about virtually every aspect of his life to virtually everyone in his life. And for the most part, people did believe him. However, his parents were becoming more and more suspicious. Specifically, in 2021, he was telling them, oh yeah, I'm working at the insurance company. But he never had any money. He could barely pay rent to his family, if at all. And so his dad would say to him, how is it you are employed but have no money? And the way Chandler would handle this is he would create fake email accounts pretending to be people in HR at this insurance company. And then acting as them, he would write these convoluted emails that had these ridiculous excuses for why Chandler had not been paid yet. And so he would have that fake email account email his real account, and then Chandler in his actual email would write back really angrily and sternly saying, you gotta fix this, my family's not happy. And then he would once again pretend to be the HR person who would say, I'm sorry, it's some issue that you can't affect, we're gonna fix it, but you gotta wait. And Chandler would take these exchanges and he would forward them to his father. And while Bart didn't necessarily totally believe what he was being shown, it was enough to get him to stop asking questions. But Bart and Krista were also suspicious of other aspects of Chandler's life, like, for example, his school records. At some point, he needed to show them his transcripts, and he would tell them, oh, I can't access my transcripts. And so Bart and Krista are like, why? Can't you just log in and pull up your unofficial transcripts at least? And the way Chandler would handle this was the same way he handled the insurance company. He would create fictitious email accounts of people that were college advisors at Madison College, where he claimed to have gone and graduated from, and he would do those phony back and forths where it looked like the college was telling Chandler, sorry, you can't get your transcripts. It's this huge problem that's totally our fault, not yours, but you just gotta wait. There's nothing else you can do. We can't get them for you right now. And when Chandler would send these exchanges to Bart, Bart would get totally worked up about it, and finally he demanded that Chandler give him a phone number so he can talk to one of these college advisors. And so Chandler went out and got a burner.
You could legitimately fucking just, you could, oh my God, bro. You could just Google the number. All that is public information, like numbers to colleges, email addresses, all of that shit is public, bro. What are you talking about? Come on, man.
From a convenience store, and he gave that phone number to his dad, and then when his dad called this number up,
it would be
somebody picked up.
That is the most legit statement I have heard. All of this shit is so much fucking work. Just get a job, bro. It would have been easier to just get a job. You would have just been happier. You would have actually had some money in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? You really would have had some money. You would have got out the house and maybe made some friends. You know what I'm saying? To do all of this, to just avoid getting a fucking job? Holy shit. Way too much work, bro.
Someone introducing themselves as Daniel Spieth, which really was just Chandler disguising his voice, and Daniel Spieth would give Bart the same spiel about how, oh, I'm so sorry, it's all the college's fault that we can't get your son's transcripts, you're just gonna have to wait. And so finally, on June 29th, 2021, Bart had just had it with his son. He was convinced his son was lying, or there was something going on. There was just too much about his son's life that didn't add up. And so Bart decided he was just going to call Madison College and pretend to be Chandler and see if he could get his transcripts. And so he dialed a number for customer service at Madison College, and after a few rings, Omar Job, a customer service rep at Madison College, picked up. And initially, Bart was kind of aggressive and mean towards Omar for really no reason other than he was just so frustrated with this whole situation. And so he's on this call pretending to be Chandler, and he's kind of barking at Omar to give me my transcripts right now. I go to your school. There's no reason you can keep them from me. But then after a couple of minutes, Omar finally was able to talk. And he said, hey, Chandler, I looked you up in the system, and you don't go to this school. You've never gone to the school, save for maybe one semester, and you failed out. And so it's at this point when Bart hears this that he just pauses for a really long amount of time on this call. And then he begins asking follow-up questions that are not really connected to trying to get transcripts, because now he knows the transcripts don't exist because his son didn't go to school. And so he begins asking Omar, does Daniel Spieth still work there? And so Omar would look him up and he would say, no, there's no Daniel Spieth that works here, and there's no Daniel Spieth that's ever worked here. And because Chandler had used like 5 or 6 different names when pretending to be college advisors for Madison College, Bart, in addition to asking about that Daniel Spieth guy, asked about every other name he had interacted with, believing he was talking to Madison College. And one by one, Omar told him, I'm sorry, those people do not work here. I've never heard of these people. They're not in the directory. I'm sorry. And so finally, at the end of that 17-minute call, Bart knew his son was living a huge lie. And so he hung up with Omar, and then Bart called real college advisors at Madison College, and he set a meeting for July 1st at 3 p.m. And then he told Chandler that he had set this meeting, and Chandler was going to come with him, and they together were going to ask those college advisors why they can't produce Chandler's transcripts. Now, Bart, of course, knew Chandler did not have transcripts. Damn. And so he likely had set this meeting to get Chandler to call the meeting off and come clean about this big lie so that Bart could get his son back on the right track, stop lying, and live a real life. But the way Chandler handled being caught was not to own up to any of this. He didn't call off the meeting. He just waited until the day of the meeting, and then he killed his father, killed his mother, and then dismembered their bodies and burned their body parts in the family fireplace, including their heads. And then when he couldn't destroy their bodies completely, he took what was left of their remains and scattered them all over town in parks and forests and rivers. He even put his father's headless, armless, legless torso behind his girlfriend's parents' house. And all the while, as he's doing this, he's spinning this ridiculous story to his girlfriend, to his brother, to other members of the Halderson family, to police, to colleagues of Bart and Krista, that Bart and Krista just up and left on the morning of July 2nd with this mystery couple. And oh, by the way, my parents, they were putting cash and silver bars in their luggage. So I don't know, they went up to White Lake and now they're gone. I don't know what happened to them. We don't know why Chandler chose the story he did. It's unclear if he was trying to make it seem like his parents were suspicious and had gotten into something that had maybe gotten them harmed or kidnapped, or if he was trying to make it seem like his parents were just super gullible and had been taken advantage of by this mystery couple. We don't know. He was just trying to make the whole situation seem plausibly suspicious. Ultimately, though, Chandler did so many things that got him caught. From the mountain of physical evidence he left behind inside of his house, where he killed and dismembered his parents, and also at the various dump sites where he didn't even bury the body parts. He would just put them underneath sticks and branches, and so they were very easy to find. To his extremely suspicious behavior on July 7th when he walked into the police station and reported his parents missing. That whole time he was talking to police officers, he was acting so weird and was just saying things that didn't make sense, and he just totally came off like a guy who did not care at all that his parents were gone and really just seemed like a guy who was hiding something. But the big breakthrough that happened on July 8th that broke the case open stemmed from the text message Krista's phone sent to Chandler's phone on July 4th. When Chandler walked into the police station on July 7th and said, "My parents are missing," one of the first questions they had for him was, "Okay, well, when was the last time you spoke to your parents?" And Chandler would tell them he got a text message from his mother, Krista, on Sunday, July 4th. And then he showed them the text message. And the text message said that they had arrived in White Lake and they were going to be sticking around for the parade.
Yo, I just got a message from you, Jeffrey. You're all good, bro. No apologies needed, bro. Player. You know what I'm saying? No apologies needed. Gang shit.
And they'd be back in a couple of days. But the police noticed that this text message had been sent on July 4th, but in White Lake that year, the parade was on July 3rd. So when this text came through, the parade that anyone in White Lake would be aware of, it's a small place, you're not going to miss this parade. The parade had already happened. So why would Krista be texting her son that she was going to stick around in White Lake for the parade that had already happened? And so this led police to check phone records, and they would discover that text message was sent from Krista's phone to Chandler's phone, but when it was sent on July 4th, Krista's phone was not in White Lake.
It was in the
Instead,
house.
it was inside of the Halderson home, right near Chandler's phone. And so when police went to the Halderson house, they searched it and they found Krista's phone in the garage underneath a drawer inside of a shoe wrapped in tinfoil next to her driver's license. And so Chandler had obviously sent that text message on July 4th using his mother's phone to himself. But he had just gotten the date wrong of the parade. And so this discrepancy really opened up the floodgates, and before long, it was beyond obvious that Chandler was the killer.
Wow,
and after a thorough
crazy,
investigation,
bro.
it was determined that Chandler had acted entirely alone, meaning Catherine, his girlfriend, and his brother Mitchell had nothing to do with it. They were just innocent bystanders. Chandler would ultimately be found guilty of killing his parents, and he would be sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Chandler has still not taken any responsibility for what he's done. Instead, he just tells anybody who will listen that his plan is to continue to appeal his verdict.
His ass needs the death.
So that's going to do it. If you got something,
care what nobody says. Like, that shit is crazy, bro. Oh man, that shit is wild. Like, that was completely not what I was originally thinking at all. Like, oh man, yeah. Nothing else to say about that. Yeah. Oh, you're all good, bro. Like I said, there's no apologies needed, man. Like, you're all good. All right, but let's see what's the next one. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You still here? We still rocking? You know what I'm saying? We still rocking. We're rocking till the wheels fall off. All right, we got a new code blue cam. Wanted criminal accidentally answers the door to police. You gotta be.
On June 23rd, 2022, an officer conducted a traffic stop on a vehicle after discovering it had not been registered since January of 2020 in West Salem, Wisconsin.
It's gonna be 16 in Maple Street. They're pulling over here. It'll be on a black Chevy Equinox occupied ×2.
Copy with previous license number you gave me.
Upon approach, the officer asked the driver several times to hang up the phone and identify himself, to which he refused.
Hey man, got your license proof insurance?
No, I don't. This is my girlfriend's phone. I'm calling her right now.
You don't need to call her. Hang up the phone for me. Hang it up. What's that?
Hey, Mom.
Oh, my.
I just got pulled over, and we on the highway right now. I was coming back to come. Yes.
I can't hear what you said.
Can I just talk to them?
He's right here. He can hear you.
Oh.
I literally was about to come back and come grab you and the baby and go back home. That's where I was just coming.
Yeah, it's okay.
He can hear you though, Mom.
Bro, okay. What did you think Mom was gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like, you think mom was gonna answer the phone and be able to talk and reason with the police because you decided to drive a car that was not been registered for like 2 years, bruh? Like, what do you think is like? This cop is like, dog, I don't give a fuck what you were about to do or why you were doing it. Like, that is irrelevant to this, like, to the whole situation right now. Like, it's irrelevant. You know what I'm saying?
He can hear you. Talk to him.
Yeah, that's what I'm stopping for. I saw the registration expired like 2 years ago. Okay, so somebody else is on it. All right, you got paperwork on it?
Yeah, my ex-husband, yeah.
You got paperwork or something on it? Hang up the phone, man. It's your traffic stop. I get what's going on now, though.
Paperwork in the car.
Yeah, it's
Let's get an ID from you first.
I don't have my IDs in the house.
Once he was asked to step out of the vehicle, he put it in drive and took off at a high rate of speed, nearly running over the officer's feet.
Take a second, 1040. How about for me, man? How about for me? Take a
Bruh.
second, 1040. He's taking off.
Oh,
Take
buddy,
it off, westbound 16. Take it.
Oh, shit. Oh, buddy said, nope, not today. I'm out of here. Like, oh, bruh. You just took a simple ass fucking traffic stop and turned this shit into some, like, serious shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, holy
Male black
hell,
driver.
bro.
I've been taking off westbound 16.
He took off. He was not playing no game. That Equinox is
The
not
driver was later
fast enough.
identified as 29-year-old Devontae Bradley. The officer didn't pursue Devontae, but located his vehicle a short time later in the Home Depot parking lot. Police checked a nearby hotel, and they stated Devontae and his passenger were there making phone calls and were soon picked up. The original owner of the vehicle was contacted, but claimed she didn't know much about Devontae and didn't have his contact information.
What? I thought it was his
Weeks
mom's
later,
car.
police went to speak with the owner of the vehicle. When they knocked on the door, Devontae answered, and the officer clearly recognized him as the suspect in his fleeing case.
Bro, they said, like, you called your mom and said that it was her car. You gonna answer the fucking door to the police? You're an idiot.
607, give me a second.
Devontae slammed the door in his face and later attempted to flee through a side window.
.607, I had one takeoff back in the house. He's locked inside. Everybody can respond 1040. Just holding perimeter for now.
Bruh. This motherfucker is an idiot. Oh, he's a dummy. Bro, he's a dummy.
607 information. I was here to follow up on a vehicle pursuit with the RO of the vehicle, and the suspect of the pursuit answered the door and then slammed it on me.
Because it's his mama house.
Who is it? I don't know his name. I think it's Devontae, but...
You got it took off from you guys?
Yeah. So it's a second door here. There's only one way in and one way out.
So that's the door, and that's
That's the door to all the apartments, and there's not a door on the other side.
There's a window, though.
The second... What's that?
There's a window, though, right?
I don't think there is a window.
There's a window on this one.
You want to get 118 over here? Just, he was wearing a white beater, black male, tattoos.
Oh my god.
Just keep an eye on the
Right.
windows on the
You
side
know what I'm
over
saying,
here.
Eric?
Just
You
look
can't
careful
be
at the door.
answering
He's a
doors
violent felon.
wanted and shit. Like an
Yeah.
idiot.
I'm just gonna see if I can get a search warrant or something, and then I'll let you know.
He's an idiot.
Felony fleeing. Get back.
118, he just stuck his head out the window right here.
Stuck his head out the window. He's popped his head out. He saw me right here.
Stand by, please. Waiting for 118.
He trying. There, you ain't getting out, dog.
He went
Even if
back
they-
in.
Even if they don't go in, they're gonna sit out there and wait until they get that warrant, or you do something stupid like hop out the fucking window or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you're an idiot, bro. You're a dumbass.
Yeah. Stand by for a second. Waiting for
All
118.
over a stupid fucking traffic stop. You're an idiot, bro. The most that they would have did was tow that car.
Yeah. Hey. Come on over here. Can you show me your other hand? Yeah. Come on out. Come on out. We want to talk to you about something.
Why can't y'all talk to me right here? Like, I don't understand what I did.
I am not the officer that's here that originally was at the window or at the door. Come on, just come on over here for a second.
Are you that dumb?
That's not cool.
I will be able to talk to you about that. But when you shut the door in our face,
Handcuffs and all that other weird shit, like, I'm not with that.
you
All
when
that
you
other
fled
weird
from us and you
shit
fled back
after
into the
you-
apartment, we didn't know.
Buddy, you ran from the police. Fuck the traffic stop part. You ran from the police. Like,
Thing.
oh man.
611, I have contact. There's nothing to be scared about. Just no. Come on, look. No, not anymore. Look, I didn't know you had anything. I didn't know you had anything on you.
I don't have nothing.
I know. So let's talk about this, okay? So I'm Nate. What's your name?
Talk about what?
About a situation. That's why we're here.
What situation?
Right.
A situation was involving a fleeing in a vehicle from the police.
We're just sitting
Do you
parked
remember
right
anything like that?
outside.
Nothing to do with it.
Okay, so then can we talk
It's
about it a little
parked
further?
right outside.
Talking about, but that don't have nothing
What's
to do with it.
what's your first name? Just so we make sure that we're talking to the right person. My name's Nate. What's your first name?
Who are y'all looking for?
Who are we looking for?
Yeah.
What's your name? I want to make sure. Well, why is it such a difficult thing to give me your name?
Right, like, bruh.
We're looking to talk to you in this situation about, like I already talked to you about. The officer that was here originally was here to talk to you.
Because he just trying to bust open the door, like,
Well, so it wasn't me, right? You know that, right?
but still, like,
But
Oh, buddy.
we wanted to talk to you about the
okay,
fleeing.
you can still talk to me, but I know if I come over, y'all gonna try to handcuff
No,
me and take me to jail.
no.
all this other weird
Here's the deal. Here's
All
the
this
deal.
other
We're
weird
not,
stuff
that's not
because
the
you
whole
ran
situation
from
right
the
now. The whole
police.
situation is I need to figure out first and foremost who you are, and then I need to talk to the other officer.
Obviously,
I do know who you are, but I want you to confirm. I want you to confirm the name, Jake. Full name, date of birth. Devontae.
okay, I just got out of cross county.
Yeah. So, but we know that it's you. We know who you are. I'll get all the info right here. Just hold on one sec. 611. Can you just go with all the info on Devontae? Last name, date of birth.
Then he trying to bust the door open.
Yeah, so-
all that stuff, like, I
so-
don't be on that stuff, man.
Bradley.
What do we got his phone out for? Like,
Oh, I'm he's showing me all your info.
I literally just got out of cross county. If they would have suspected me of doing anything, they would have kept me in there.
So this is the officer that's investigating right now. Okay, so that's why he was here. He wasn't trying to bust down your door. So okay, so Devontae, can I talk to you about
yeah,
that?
buddy is tweaking. Buddy is on some shit.
Handcuff me and some other bull stuff.
First of all, I just want to talk to you.
Oh, you trying to clean up your
Am I right or am I?
some other bull stuff? Oh, you getting real cautious of your wording and shit now? Like, oh, you too good to cuss now? You was all that bullshit just a minute ago, but now it's that bull stuff. Like, come on, bro. Keep the same energy. You know what the fuck they here for. You know why they fucking here. Like, you know why he was about to bust your door down because he was about to arrest your ass. You damn fucking right. Because you ran from this nigga. Stop acting stupid, bro. They got you. They have to wear body cams. Everything is recorded. All of this fuckery that you doing right now is recorded. You know what I'm saying? The car that you fled in, that was recorded as well. In the beginning of the video, which is clearly is parked right outside that fucking door. Like, the cop is right in front of it pretty much, right? Like, at this exact moment. So why are we arguing? You know what I'm saying? Why are you arguing, sir?
No, I
Go to
don't know
jail.
that right now, Devontae.
Am I right or am I wrong?
I
You're
don't
not
know,
right.
Devontae. I don't know all the details. So,
Am I right or am I wrong?
Devontae, regardless, we're not going away. So we need to talk to you, identify you. And if that doesn't happen, we're going to force entry into that room if we get a search warrant. So if you want to make this easy, We just need to talk to you, man. We want to,
Bro.
To me now, though.
but we want to talk to you a little closer in person.
You're gonna handcuff me and some more stuff, and I literally
Potentially, Devontae, you might have charges on you potentially for the fleeing. He has to figure out and he has to talk to you about that. But then it sounds like there's also a situation in Ohio where you have a felony warrant.
And they don't want me because I'm fighting.
Okay, that's fine. That's all we need to verify. Then we just need to also then verify this other situation, not the Ohio situation, but this fleeing thing. That's why he was here to talk to you in the first place. You slammed the door on us, so that's why I showed up.
He tried to like push in on the door.
So,
I got scared. You gotta
that's fine. That's over.
Devontae, so here's the deal.
Bruh.
Can you talk to me for a sec? If he just keeps around the...
You can stay right there. You're perfectly fine.
So can I come a little closer to talk to you?
No, because you're gonna grab me and some more stuff, and I'm like scared for my life right now.
Devontae, there's nothing to be scared of. I don't have my hand
You're
on...
trying to take me to jail for what though?
Potentially, we want to talk to you about the situation of police.
You're talking.
Bruh. Did he not tell you 5 or 10 times or 15 or 20 or however many goddamn times that you ran from the police, bruh? Not only did he tell you this, but you're not an idiot and you know that your ass ran from the police, bruh. Just because you got away at that moment does not mean that you were not potentially still facing charges, you fucking jackass. Like, oh man. Oh, the ignorance.
Devontae,
level.
I need you to read your rights and stuff too.
Read me my rights, and that means
Because I want to ask you questions about that
that means
incident.
that you're gonna try to take me to jail. You're trying to read me my rights.
So, here's the situation. I mean, you have charges on foot.
Devontae, here's the deal. I don't know if your first name is Devontae. I recognize you from the fleeing. So right now, I'm telling you, you are under arrest. I want to talk to you about that situation. If you flee inside the house again, I'm going to end up breaking through that door.
Listen, I'm not, but at the same time, like...
I can show you pictures that I have, and you can help me confirm that.
So he has probable cause to place you under arrest right now based on the fleeing situation. So he has photos of that. That's why he was here, because he wanted to talk to you and confirm some information. So right now, he just told you you're under arrest for fleeing.
Right, so you're about to take me to jail.
Yes, nigga.
Well, he wants to read your right to talk to you.
You're about to take me to... If he's reading me my rights, he's definitely trying to take me to
You're
jail,
going
right?
to jail.
Good English, man. I don't know the details.
I don't know the full. I'm not going to discuss all that here.
What do you mean not discuss all of
I want to discuss the situation with you right
This
now.
dude
If you feel like you don't want to talk to me,
idiot.
yes, I'm going to arrest you for fleeing.
I'm talking to you.
You're not going, because we're not
I need to read your rights. There's a legal process in place, man. I'm just letting you know right now you're under arrest.
You're about to take me to jail. You said I'm under arrest.
Because he told you you're under arrest right now. So right now, he can't ask you questions about that. You have rights. Your rights, you need to be read your rights in order for him to continue questioning you about anything like this.
I'm really scared for my life right now.
Okay.
There's
Why?
nothing
They
to be
haven't
scared of.
arrested you, they ain't-
The only thing that would be
nobody's
happening
holding a
right
gun.
now, you'd either be
Ladies
released on a
leaned up
signature
against
bond
the
or you
door
go to
frame and
Cross County
shit.
Jail. That'd be the situation.
What are you talking
that we're
about?
dealing with right now. But if you go back in the apartment, Devontae,
I'm listening.
if you go back in the apartment, Devontae, we're gonna get a warrant. Okay? And we're gonna knock down the door. We don't want to do that. We want to take this peacefully. We just want to
Do their
talk to you.
jobs.
But when you
That's it.
first
Just
originally
be
when you
honest.
knocked
I
on the
wanna
door,
do
he
my
just wanted to
fucking
talk to you.
job.
Originally,
You're
then you
making it
slammed the
difficult.
door in his face, and then he recognized you.
Did you or did you not try
I
to
did
bust
because
me?
I have a felony.
Was I lying? No, I was not lying.
I'm not arguing with you.
So,
man.
Devontae, here's the deal. I wasn't here for
Yeah.
that, right?
Yeah, I was about to arrest your ass. Fuck you saying to me?
They trying to take me to jail, and I literally just got out of the cross county. They didn't mention nothing about none of that stuff. And then look, they're trying to run towards me. You're gonna make me scared for my life.
We're not doing that.
You literally just whispered to him
You're in
and just
control.
said something to him, dude.
You're in control of this right now.
Devontae, I said no. I said we're not doing that. So here's the
You're in
deal.
control right now.
Here's the deal.
Oh
we
my
want to make
God,
this
bro, this
peaceful.
dude's a
I know you got
fucking
mom on the
idiot.
phone, so maybe mom can talk to. The situation is we have probable cause to place you under arrest. That doesn't mean necessarily you're going to a cross county jail. Depends on what the charges are. You could be issued a signature bond. If you're not issued a signature bond, you're going to go to jail. Okay, but I can guarantee you that if
I'm
you
going to jail, bro.
we
I'm
don't.
gonna have to wait until tomorrow to go to court and all this.
Well, you
other
shouldn't have
stuff
ran from the
to see
fucking
because I'm
police,
already
you
facing
dummy.
charges. That's what you're not understanding.
What charges are you facing?
Charges in lacrosse.
Yeah, for what?
For being a
they trying to
dummy.
hit me with a sex case right now.
Oh, so you're a sex
You
offender.
stay back in there.
Oh, you're a sex offender.
Assault on a minor right now.
Devontae, can you see?
Oh, see, yeah, you're done. You're donezo. No, I didn't have no sympathy for you to begin with because you're such a fucking ignorant asshole. But now, now I definitely want to see your ass go to jail. You definitely need to go take. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Can you see when you're reading off all these things to us that we want to talk to you, but the behavior that we're kind of in right now also raises. Also, no, we're not. I said we're not doing that. I said we're not doing that.
I'm really scared for my life right now.
So, Devontae, here's the deal.
Because you're a
No, I want to
fucking
tell you something too. There's more officers
pedophile.
coming. Okay? Because they.
Just don't rush me.
We're not
You're
rushing.
fucking scum.
I want.
Fucking scumbag.
I want you to do that, and we're ready to do that for you. We're not gonna bull rush you. We're not gonna.
Scared right now, TT, man. I'm so scared.
Devontae, we're not gonna grab you. We're not gonna do anything like that. We want to peacefully talk to you, but this needs to be done in a situation not like this. Okay? We need to get closer to you. Okay? Yes. We probably will place you in handcuffs because he told you you're under arrest. So here's the situation. You're under arrest right now. So part of the arrest process is being placed in handcuffs.
Right, then you're gonna take me down.
Remember, like I said, there's a possibility. I don't know all the charges he has on you. If he has a multitude of charges, and he has felony charges and stuff like that, and you're on a felony bail or bond,
That's what I'm
are you?
on.
So then, unfortunately, yeah, Devontae, you're gonna go to lacrosse county jail.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Devontae,
man.
but then we're not going away. The
Yeah,
situation's
take
not
his
going
ass
away.
to jail.
You going back into your
Take
apartment
his
isn't gonna
ass.
change this
We
situation.
don't even care.
We're not leaving.
Nope.
Okay, so we're trying to handle this peacefully, and we're trying to get this done right here, right now. We're not bull rushing you. We're not screaming at you. No one's pointing guns at you or anything like that. Originally, when you came back out, I did have my hand on my gun, right? Because I didn't. And what did I say? Can I see your other hand? Yep. And then I took my hand off my gun.
Eventually, officers convinced Devontae to give up and turn himself in peacefully.
Bro, because there ain't no
Okay,
fucking
I'm gonna.
getting out
Devontae,
of
here's
this
the
shit.
deal.
Like,
I'm
I
gonna
don't
take one step
understand,
in. You can shut your apartment door. Okay, that's fine. We see. Here's the deal. We don't know what. We can't see what you have inside there. So, yep. I'm gonna take one step closer to you. Okay.
We're not gonna rush.
So we're not rushing you. What I want you to do is I want you to. Do you have your mom on the phone still?
Yeah.
You want me to set the phone on the ground?
You can leave her on.
You can leave her on the phone. You can just set her on the ground. If you wanna prop it up, you can prop it up right there on the. I know.
So if you just go like this,
Put your hands behind. Yep. Put your hands behind your back.
Bro, just listen.
we're
I
not.
don't understand
no,
why it's
no.
so fucking
You can-
hard
you
to
can
follow
face-
directions, nigga.
No.
These
Devontae,
are some
you're probably
patient
going
ass
to jail.
police, because this
We've
nigga
already
cannot
talked about
follow
that.
directions. for
Devontae, you
shit.
have a felony bail, so we got to get it over with. We're not going away. Yeah, for sure. I got cigarettes in my car. We'll let you smoke, but we're gonna put you in handcuffs. I'll light it for you. I got a lighter. Just relax. Devontae, I'm gonna walk a little closer towards you. Okay, you hear me? I'm gonna walk a little closer towards you. It's okay. I'm gonna grab your arm. Okay, I'm gonna put it behind. I'm not gonna hurt you. No one's hurting you. Put your hand behind your. Yep, we're gonna. Is this your mom? He'll hold the phone. He'll hold the phone to mom. Hold it for you.
Can I cut it off?
No, you can sit. Mom can stand there. No, we'll talk to mom.
I'm cutting it off, Mom.
It's okay, mom. It's okay.
Bro looks like a
No,
fucking
I can put it on.
weirdo.
It's okay.
We can keep it on.
Leave it on. She wants it on.
I'll hold it for you.
She wants it on.
Okay, your call. It's your
Mom,
call.
I'm about to cut it off, okay?
She doesn't want it off. Just hand it over.
We'll keep it on.
Devontae, just hand it over.
He wants to see her again. He don't want her to see her again.
Okay, I get that.
I get it.
So here's the deal. We're gonna put you in handcuffs right now.
Buddy is shaking for no reason, bro. You should.
I know it's okay.
He is a fucking weirdo, bro. You are weird. You are weird. He is
It's
weird.
okay.
It's okay.
We'll go right out.
Yep.
We'll go right out. Let you smoke that cig right away.
You want me to answer or no?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just letting you go. Oh, we're gonna take it with
We're gonna take it with you. Hold up. Here you go. Here you go.
Buddy is weird, bro.
So you don't.
What
said
are you
didn't wanna
shaking
answer
for?
it?
Because you realize you gotta go face the music for some fucking
I'm gonna take everything else.
He's gonna take.
nasty
Yeah,
shit
I'll
you
put it
did.
in.
Yep.
You gotta go fucking handle your
Was that your
business
mom
because
or-
you a fucking
Should we tell her
disgusting
you're just going down to
individual.
jail, or does she know?
Does she know how to get a hold of Cross County Jail? Okay. So when you get there, you'll be able to you can call her, or she can call you. Otherwise, we can call her. I can call her from my phone. It doesn't have to be from your phone if you know her number or anything like that. And I can tell her that's where you're going.
Yeah, and everything's good, and we're just gonna go down there. And
That you're safe. Okay? We're not looking to hurt anyone or anything like that, Devontae. That's not any of the situation. I know that some of the stuff maybe seemed a little different when you first answered the door. You said that you thought he was coming in, but when you shut the door on us, we don't know what to think.
I don't know what to think.
I know. And that's where the
Bruh.
communication maybe was
Buddy
needs
is
to be
an
there.
idiot.
All right, Ashley, for you.
Oh man.
I'm gonna count this in front of you, so we're on the same page, okay? Do you know how much is there?
10-4, that'll be him. You can go with the updated info.
So I'm gonna read your rights. I don't know what's going on with lacrosse. I don't really even want to talk about that. I have nothing for that. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have them present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you so wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand your rights? Okay, with your rights in mind, the only thing I wanted to
Why
talk to
are
you about,
you
and it's up to you if
shaking
you want to
this?
tell me what's going on.
This
When I
nigga about
conducted
to
the traffic
pee on
stop on
himself
you,
or something,
I just,
like.
why did you flee? Was it just
He
that
was
lacrosse
straight
stuff going
shitting
on,
on
or was it
himself.
just a suspended license I see? I mean, why was that time such a panic for you? Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, we're
don't
just
know
taking it
why,
slow, man.
bro.
I mean,
This
like I said, the
nigga
only
is
thing
a
I have you on
fucking
is that one,
wiener.
the fleeing charge. But everything else you got going on, I don't know, but
Wiener, bro.
I'm not doing anything with that right now, okay?
The situation that he was involved in,
He's in the drain.
you might,
Whole
depending on what the
ass
bails
bulldog.
are, you might be sitting on a bail jumping charge too.
I'm definitely gonna be sitting on the bill jumping charge.
But
How long have you been out? If you want a lawyer, I won't ask you any questions. I'll figure it out, and I just kind of fill you in as we go.
Yep. Okay, so he's gonna walk you back. We'll get you buckled in, and then he'll explain everything to you.
Is this
Yeah, I'm glad they got Buddy. Get people like this nigga off the streets.
Want me to leave your phone for now?
Yeah, you don't need to be on
Grab
the
numbers off of
streets.
it, or?
Sorry, player. Time for you to go. Time for you to go. Just want to see what charges he got. I just want to see what he got charged with.
Devontae was charged with felony counts of fleeing, eluding an officer, and bail jumping, times two.
two.
He also currently has 5 other open cases,
God
consisting of several
damn.
felonies, such as battery to an officer, possession of cocaine, and child enticement.
Wow.
His
yeah,
cash
he's a
bond was set at
fucking-
$1,000.
What?
Do you enjoy our content and want to see more?
Nigga, how the fuck do you got 5 open cases and that's all they gave you? Huh? Like, wow, that is the justice system, bro. This nigga is, wow, he needs off the streets. They need to get his ass off the streets immediately. Like, how did, like, that shit is the, wow. Okay. Oh, my man. Wow, bro. I'm highly, highly disappointed. All right, I saw this one too. This one looked pretty interesting the other day. Ex-cop caught speeding at 150 miles an hour. How you gonna be an ex-police officer? Oh, that's probably why he's an ex-cop, is because he's an idiot. You know what I'm saying? He lost his ability to, you know, rock with the brotherhood. You dig what I'm saying? Oh, and he's on a motorcycle. Oh, he took off. Oh, he cop is speeding up now, like, oh, this nigga's over 100. Oh, he's flying. How did he get caught? That's how how the fuck you get caught? Because most of these police cars are got the little the limiters in them and shit, and they stop around like 130, 135-ish. You know what I'm saying? This one looks like it may not have a limiter in it. At least he's going, he's just 139. Oh, he's about maxing out at about 139. Ooh, he's got a little bit more in it. Okay. Ooh, 145. Shit, wherever they are, they don't got their limiters in them. Most of the police cars we see on police chases, they stop around 130, like on the dot. But he's still pulling. He's still up there. 149. 150. He's all in the ass in this Charger. Motorcycle, depending on what it is, it may only, he may be maxing that shit out. He may only be able to do about 150, 160. So he ain't really going much faster than this cop is right now. That shit would be scary as shit to be going that fast on a motorcycle. Wow, he just gave up.
George 692, MG 692.
Oh, that little weak ass little Kawasaki.
Yeah, but we're stopping here.
I don't even know, but that shit is weak.
Clear.
But he fell off his fucking bike. He thought he fucking put the kickstand down and fucking busted his ass. Oh shit. I was not ready for that. I wasn't ready for that. I did not expect that to happen. That is fucking great. Oh shit. The cop took that as a fucking opportunity to just arrest his ass. Here you go. You just made this a real fucking.
Put your hand behind your back.
What up, nigga? Bruh, that shit was
What's wrong with you?
fucking hilarious. Definitely make sure y'all like, share, turn on the
Well, when you run
notifications,
150, you probably can't reach too well, huh? That ain't the problem. Sit up. Sit up.
Unbuckle it.
Come on, please. Come up first. This? Yeah, there you go. I'm sorry, it wouldn't run. I'm trying to get it to run. Oh, it ran all right. I'm just being stupid, I know. It ran all right. I'll pull the law enforcement, I know that. Are you really? Yes, sir. Well, I understand why your former down.
I said the same fucking shit. I said, well, we know why this motherfucker's not a cop no more, because he does dumb shit. That cop said the same shit. He said, I understand why you're former now.
Better not be going nowhere. Start me at 10:11, please. I didn't look back out, stop off time. You looked over when you were getting on and saw me, and you just let down on it. I didn't say it. I'm sorry. You got anything on you?
This dude is...
Are you alright? Your arm. Diabetic, I got heart trouble, had 4 heart attacks. And you out here doing this? Well, like I said, you're stupid. I was pissed off the bike was wrong. That's all it was. I wasn't trying to run you or nothing. I didn't even see the Honda before I looked back at that thing. How you bleeding on me? Sit down. I don't have no disease. On your arm here, stand up. Put this in front, I can hold that for you.
Where's the gloves
Well,
at?
it's time to get gloves on.
Yeah, I'm about to say, where the gloves at, man? You know that's nasty as fuck.
Adam.
33.
Start me at 10:16 as well.
Bruh, him falling off that bike though is still the best. That shit is fucking hilarious, man. I can't even lie, man. That shit is so funny. Oh man. He hella thought
Now that your gloves are off, these cuffs are loose. Well, you say that, but here we are. I know, I understand. Where did you work at? Van Jackson.
He gonna be nice and stand his bike up right.
Where are you going? I'm going to the house. I'm going to get off here. You go back to the house. Where at? Maple Creek. Well, Mary.
Wife's back in the fucking man and shit.
No, man, no. It's been sitting a long time, wouldn't know. Act like it was milky and shit. I just trying to get the shit rolled out of it. You're stupid. You literally got places to get the lady bike. And the interstate is not it. Good, thank you. I'm perfectly well known. You ain't got a gun on you in the middle, no? I saw you carrying people in there. Sword. Have a seat. I got an EMS coming. They're going to come check your arm. Adam 33, Little Rock.
Adam 33, go ahead, sir.
Can you notify whoever that was in Troop E that they can 49 with me up here, and I'll get that 17 they were needing?
Yeah, well, I think they're heading up that way.
Okay.
I can't believe Buddy ran from the fucking police and he was a police officer.
The kickstand work on this? The kickstand work on this?
Oh, he being nice now. Well, probably because it's safer to get it out of the way. But stand it up. It's leaking some shit from laying down. And this Buddy
He's trying to put my drop and I was west phone. Yeah.
We've had people
running handcuffs before. Oh, I know. I'm not saying that. I've been there, done that too. I understand. That's it. It's a damn stupid. So, here's the deal. I don't think that you were actively running from me. So just the fact that I was doing 150 trying to catch up to you, and the only reason I caught you was because of traffic. I ain't gonna run. I got more respect than that. My brother-in-law plays through, ex-brother-in-law plays through. I'm not gonna charge you with felony fleeing. Okay? You're just gonna get one hell of a ticket.
What?
Get your arm stop bleeding. Call your wife. Have her come pick you up. Okay? I've got an ambulance coming to check your arm out just to make sure it's bleeding. So nothing else happens. Is you up here? Yeah. Tell her to head down here and come pick you up. I've got a record coming to get you by. You got no road. Tell her to start heading this way.
Wow. What kind of fuck shit is that, bro? No fucking way. Man, granted he pulled over, but
when he laid his bike down, he cut his arm.
Yeah.
He's a little bit of an older gentleman. Looks like he bruises pretty good. His arm started bleeding. But, well, we were passing 167 where he was getting on from, and he looked over, looked at me, and then got down on it, and we were doing 150 all the way here. Once I finally caught up to him, he kind of started getting through some traffic, and I got up behind him, and he, waving at me saying he was going to pull over. So he went to go pull over and set it down real quick, and he just kind of laid over on his bike. I put him in handcuffs, and he, I guess, cut his arm somewhere. Cuffs weren't tied on him, but I got him some little wet wipes and wiped his arm off, and
Bro,
he said he was
lost
working with Saline County.
The cop legitimately, he just told the dude, I'm not going to charge you for fleeing from me because I don't think that you was actually running from me. But then he's on the phone with his commanding officer telling the dude, yeah, we were passing whatever on-ramp that he was getting on at, and he looked over, saw me, and punched it. We got up to 150 miles an hour, and I only caught him because traffic slowed him down enough for me to catch him. Once, at that point, he said, I'm going to pull over. How the fuck is that not fleeing from you? How? Oh, man, that is so crazy, bro. Wow.
Before he retired. Yep. But
he's still being protected by the fucking
No.
shield,
I think it was just me trying to catch up to him doing 150 the whole way. But once I got up behind him and he saw me or heard me or whatever, he went to have to pull over. So I'm not going to charge him with felony fleeing or anything. But
so now it's not him running from you.
Reckless
You just
speeding and
legitimately said
other
that.
citations. Troop E said that they worked an accident and they had somebody's driver's license and they forgot to give it back to him. And now that person's at UAMS and they're needing to buy a plane ticket and they can't buy it without their driver's license or their ID or whatever. So they're wanting me to meet them and get that and take it up to UAMS for whoever. Well, you call dispatch and let them know because they seem to think otherwise.
Bro, they over here just like
Pretty much.
talking about some whole
Yeah,
other
they
shit. Like this
make
ain't
people
even
run around. I was trying to
pertaining
work
to
on
the damn
paperwork.
traffic stop no more.
Ain't
Like,
no telling.
but it just handcuffed to the
All right,
fucking bumper
well,
and
I
shit.
mean,
It's like you about
it is
to
what
be
it
let
is,
go.
man.
And,
Trooper's got a
you
troop.
know, he on the phone just chilling. Like,
All right, let me get off
never
here and
seen
deal
no
with
shit
this.
like this before.
I'll let you. She coming? She coming?
Oh, there's the tow truck. Take your bike away.
30 people are up, 97. Let me print out this form real quick.
This is some wild shit right here, bro. Your wife about to make you sell that shit. She about to be like, I told you, David. I told you, David, not to ride that fucking bike. I told you, David. David, I fucking told you.
Get the VIN number on that? Yeah, you want me to take a picture of it? I'm just gonna tap in. Oh, actually, hold on, yeah. 993? Yeah, that's.
How much is the ticket?
Are you taking him?
$1,000.
He's got somebody come pick him up. Okay. If you don't mind, can you help me load it up?
Too fucking old for this shit, David. You have heart problems, David. You're trying to kill yourself, David.
They gotta let him drive the bike onto the fucking record. They about to drive. They about to let this nigga drive onto the record. Here, put your bike up on the record. Pretty sure insurance purposes that won't allow him to do that. But I'm just saying that shit would be funny as shit. Oh, they are about to let him ride the bike up onto the fucking. He is not good at this kickstand shit. He missed that shit again. He thinks he got it up. We just lost so much fuel, bro. That shit is not starting. Whatever fluids and shit were leaking out of that bike when it was laying down, it's not starting. We flooded something. They're pushing that shit out.
Get it? Coming down, he's getting off from 167, coming this way. He looks over at me like this. Looks back straight, just hammers down on it. Takes off. We're doing 150. Once we get about to he was going to try to turn around and go back home, he said. But we got about here. And he goes to pull over. He tries to go lay it down. Cuts his hand. He used to work at Sling County. Sheriff deputy? Yeah. Say retired.
Well, he knows better.
Right. Here we are.
What all is he getting?
Well, he's not getting a felony fleeing because I don't think he was actually fleeing from me. I don't think he saw me until I finally caught up to him, but it took me, 150.
Reckless or...
Yeah, he's got reckless and, insurance tags, speeding.
Even the other officer was like, "Oh, so he knew better. So what is this nigga getting? Like, he's getting you throwing the book at this motherfucker, right? Like, come on, bro. Fuck out of here, bro.
He's got a scratch on his arm. He's just bleeding a lot, so I didn't feel I had something. Fire tags, insurance, speeding, right? Tag fired. Fire. 9/6/22/130 p.m. Placer County. All that number probably on Monday. Right. Cutting you with you first. Might take you to jail. I swear, man, you cannot let me catch you doing this.
Alright.
I got this. Super chill. Well, it's trying to blow the damn fluid out of it, being a dumbass. No, I can't be doing that. Alright. Let them look at it.
They hella protected his ass. What's up, Shalana? They hella protected his ass. If that was anybody else, his ass would have been going to jail. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? He would have been going to jail. Man, his ass got off lucky than the motherfucker, bro. Alright. Let's watch this one right here. This one, it says, ooh, we got a Mustang that ends up in a ditch. Oh, snaps. Okay, we got to watch that. 'Cause this means he's running. He's running. He running. And look, I'm sorry to all the Mustang owners out there. You know, I feel for you, bro. I feel for you because they're wild. That's like a wild animal that is hard to tame. Them Mustangs, they crash a lot more often than not. You know what I'm saying? Them Mustangs, they don't handle very well. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of unexperienced drivers that try to drive Mustangs and they can't handle that beast. You know what I'm saying? And they crash a lot. The Mustangs, they Mustangs will flip out on you, and it's you out of there. He blacked out, bro. He hit the blackout on you. Where did he go? Did he already come off the ditch?
You said they turned around.
Still on 63.
So he must be waiting for him. They haven't gone off the ditch yet. He's about to come flying by.
Passing Rob Roy.
Where's he at? What up, Epic Service? What up, Misty?
He's over 100.
Yeah, buddy just must be in the way. Like up ahead waiting. Why aren't they showing us the guy pursuing? Fuck. Does this car just have perfect fucking view? You know what I'm saying? Does he come flying by and like go off into the ditch right in front of this car or some shit? There's no way.
Coming up to Lovelace.
He's just chilling. Oh, he's about to start creeping. He started moving a little bit.
Passing Lovelace. Not Island Road coming up.
He's eager to go. He's eager to go. Oh, here it is. I hear it.
Mustang crossing the river.
Bro, he's got to be coming. I swore I just heard like a motor in like the distance. It might just be the cop's car. Maybe he turned the air conditioning on. Yeah, that shit would be creepy as shit though. Just be out on this fucking back road, no fucking lights or nothing. There ain't shit out there. Fucking cows and shit.
Oh, 326, he should be coming around that curve any second.
10-4, I guess you go ahead and get me in there.
Oh, bruh. I wonder if this cop fucking pulls out into the street to like get Buddy to stop, and that's what causes Buddy to swerve off into the fucking ditch. Hold on. I bet you that's what happens, bro. Holy shit. Oh, man. Something's about to get wild in these streets. I hear some other cop cars. Oh, he turned the lights off. He heard them too.
Sure this dude starts shooting at me.
There he is. And that's an old Mustang too. Like a V6. What's going on? I bet he was doing like 100. But he's doing 70. The speed limit's probably 75. What the fuck is going on? He barely breaking the speed limit. Like, why? This ain't a chase. Okay, he crossed over the double lines a little bit. He might be driving erratically. But he can barely do the fucking speed limit. Speed for real. Oh, there goes the pit maneuver. Bink, he's gonna tap it right now. Beep, there it is. Get out. Push your charger in the fucking bitch, get all super excited and shit. Damn, they put that shit in the ditch for real. Holy golly.
Hey, get that rifle. How many? Hey, come to us, come to us, come to us, come to us. Hands up! Hands up! Let's seal! Let's seal! Get out here! Get on the ground now!
Down the fucking, down that hill in the ditch and shit. Fucking
lay down, lay straight down, lay straight down. On your face. Lay down. Hands behind your back.
Who is? I wonder who was running or why they was running.
Yeah, 440.
Yeah. Roll over, buddy. Come on, get up. All right. Shit, can you help me? Come on. There you go. These guys are a little tight. Okay, we're gonna get it straightened out.
Of course, it's a light-skinned brother.
I got my
10-6-4, 8-12, 10-15, 240.
What was you fucking running for, man? That little bullshit ass
Let me get
V6
this flashlight.
fucking Mustang. Bruh. I don't even know what to say about that. All right, we're gonna watch this one last one for tonight, and then that's it. But we will definitely have some reactions and everything else coming for you tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Back to our regular scheduled programming now that this last week or this weekend is, all finally, happened and whatnot as far as like our wedding party, me and Renee. You know what I'm saying? We had to celebrate with all the family that couldn't be with us in Jamaica this coming October. So, yeah. Appreciate y'all for just bearing with your boy during this weekend when you didn't get as many reactions as you normally do. You did, because I didn't really have the time to upload on Friday. We did go live Friday though. We didn't have time to upload on Saturday, being that it was the party, so I had to set things up and actually attend and have a good time at the party, of course. And then today I was just kind of doing recovery and catching up on some sleep and shit. And then we still went live because I do my best to still try to make some things happen. You dig? And then tomorrow we'll be back to it. Y'all have 3, 4, 5, 6 reactions tomorrow. You dig what I'm saying? And then we'll go live again Wednesday, Friday, moving forward. You dig what I'm saying? Like we always do. Anyways, hit that subscribe button, that bell notification. It's free $99. Think about hitting that membership button. You got 3 different options to choose from, and let's go. My bad. I just had to get that out. Let's go. This one's the Arkansas police or state police chase ends in a backyard with a nice little scuffle. Press play, didn't I? Yeah, okay, it's playing. The cop's just sitting there. What up, Scary? We watching some police videos. Oh, something caught his attention. He got a call. What's the call that Ronald Grace got? Well, he's hightailing it out of that fucking gas station. Something happened. Oh, he trying to get that truck. Oh, he going to get that big boy truck. That truck ran a light or something. It's not the truck. He must be going to join in on a chase. He got a call. He got the call for something. Because he is fucking hauling ass to get to wherever he is trying to be. I'm curious to know what makes them decide who has cars that are limited and which ones aren't. I wonder if it's like the state police cars don't have limiters and can go up, upwards of whatever the car's max is. And then I wonder if the city police, I wonder if theirs are the ones that max out at the 130 or whatever. Because this is now the second cop, but it's a state cop again that is going faster than that 130. Because all the other ones that we've seen that be like them city cops and shit, their shits be maxing out. It stops 130. That's it. If they got a good, nice little downhill situation with the wind going in their favor, they can hit 133, 4, 35-ish, on some, but that's variables though. You know what I'm saying? Variables. These motherfuckers is hitting over 140 easy. You know what I'm saying? He only slowed down because of fucking traffic, and then look, right back on it. Yeah, he on that shit. That shit's hitting over 140 it's not shit. Get the fuck out of the way. Get out of the way. Why are these people so stupid, bro? You see this cop? Get the fuck over. yeah, he's already over now. Stay the fuck over. Get over.
What type of vehicle was that?
These people piss me off too. He trying to do his thing. He trying to boogie. He trying to max this bitch out. He trying to max this bitch out. He hauling ass. He's covering so much ground right now. It's not even funny, bro. He is hauling ass. Get over. Oh my gosh. He had to cut half his speed. Because that big ass excursion was being stupid.
Come up the line,
Yeah, like, bro. The amount of ground he is covering right now is wild. He's hitting these mile markers like fast. You know what I'm saying? Like, goddamn. He's smooth on 40, bro. Coming into town now. He's coming into town. Hey, at least all those people know what the fuck to do. Get out of the way. Okay. We found where we're supposed to be. Nope, maybe not quite. Buddy is just driving. Like, where the fuck are you going, dude? He just got his lights on, just driving. Like, where are you going? There's no way these niggas ran all the way up here. Was this a foot chase? This far? What is going on? Oh, look, there's another car right there.
should be coming up on you. 67.
Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Get over. Get over. Get over. Get over.
We're out keeping this.
Oh, here he comes. Here he comes. Oh, I saw some cars off in the distance. It looked like they was coming. Oh, shit. Buddy's in a big ass truck fucking hopping fucking yards and shit. Oh, I'd be so pissed. Oh, I'd be so pissed. This nigga's out here fucking ruining my yards. Oh, man. He's out in the field doing donuts. Fucking asshole.
Get out of the truck! Get out of the fucking truck! Get out of the fucking truck! I'll shoot you!
He just stopped like that?
Get out! Get out!
Where's the body cam? This was literally just the other day. This shit was like 8 days ago, bruh. This shit was like 8 days ago. He got state cops and city cops. That's, you see that city cop sit back like, well, I'm gonna let you do your thing, player. You got a little bit more leverage than me to do some things. You got this. You take point. I got my backup, nigga. I'm back up.
Valley Drive, also 319.
Oh shit. And the sheriff showed up. Man, he had all 3 police departments pull up on this nigga. God damn.
So you're coming in Muffles. What's the street again?
Have a good night, Taylor.
You're going to go down 312. It's going to come to the right, then back to the left and straighten back up. And you're going to be just up on the right-hand side. And then north off of 319. 67, 423. Good. Another copy, 215.
I wonder what the fuck they did. God damn. I mean, besides the running, obviously. They had the sheriffs, the fucking state patrol, and the fucking city cops. Fucking on their ass, bro. Oh, and there was a chick in there, because she's in handcuffs, too. How many motherfuckers was in this car? Man, and not one of these niggas got a body cam on, though. This is wild, bro. This shit was like 8 days ago, 7 days ago. There's no way that there was no body cams on one of these fucking officers.
Yes, sir. I can go to the other side. Yes, sir.
That dude came out like a motherfucking... Look, he said, I'm about to use your truck to fucking put my shit away. I wonder if you could get in trouble for doing that. Like, you did unnecessary damage to my motherfucking car. You know what I'm saying? All right, we're going to do one last one, and then we out of here. All right, junk truck takes ASAP on a chase at the ASAP headquarters. All right. Whatever police department this is. Oh, the Arkansas State Police. Oh, is it this random ass truck over here doing dumb shit? The fuck was he doing? What is he doing? Is this nigga doing circles in the fucking parking lot?
And the back of it's filled up with junk. He's going towards the McDonald's. I don't know if he's gonna stop. He's slow rolling right now.
Bro, what is this? Is like the this is the slowest chase on fucking earth, bro. We doing 6 miles an hour.
You already asked Little Rock to 49.
Motherfucking horse and buggy's going faster than this nigga. The Amish are doing faster fucking police chases than this nigga. Like, what is going on?
Are you on today?
What is this? What is he doing?
10-9, sir.
Please tell me his brakes is broke. Please just tell me you ain't got no brakes, dog. Nope, he has brakes. He's braking right now. What is He said, I'll just go back to jail. I'm just gonna go take you back over to where I found you. I found you in this parking lot, so I'm gonna bring your ass back.
Yeah, he's still just snaking and doing like figure eights through the parking lot at like 10 miles an hour.
What the fuck is this nigga doing? Bruh. This cop has no idea what to think of this situation right now. This is the slowest car chase I have ever seen in my life. Buddy's going like 6 miles an hour, 10 miles an hour. Legitimately doing like figure eights through the fucking parking lot. Bruh, he's like going 0 miles an hour, legit.
Everybody to multiple times to just stop and leave his hands on the wheel, and he is still extremely paranoid.
Simple, yeah, that's not working. Looks to be occupied one time, Hispanic male.
Bruh. What is this dude doing, bro?
So, did you let him up or you just follow him?
No, I let him up because the way he's driving through the parking lot and the information that we have, and he's not stopping.
Oh, nope, now he's hit the gas. Now he hit the gas. He still ain't going faster than 20 miles an hour, though. Oh, now he's leaving the fucking parking lot finally.
What parking lot are y'all in at?
Headquarters, but now we're getting on the frontage road.
Tap him. Love tap him. Come on. Yeah, love tap his ass.
I tried to pity Miss Tailgates down. We're on the frontage road going eastbound.
Where's this nigga going?
The rest in parking lot now.
Bruh. This is the craziest fucking chase we've ever seen on this channel, bro. He's going back to the fucking...
In front of headquarters.
He just went back. He's going back to the fucking parking lot that we started in. Oh my god, bro. What is going on?
We're back in the headquarters parking lot, 10 miles an hour.
10-4, keep parking lot 10 miles an hour.
Oh, he finally stopped. And got out, and just got out. Like, what?
Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Put your hands out like an airplane. Hands out like an airplane!
Bruh, this shit was fucking wild.
You only talk if I tell you to. Is there anybody else in the car?
I have my mom on that. What's the guy coming up?
Put your hands behind your back.
This random ass dude
Leave
just
him
come
there.
from?
All right, you step up and hold the car. I'm on him.
I gotta call him.
Shut up.
Yeah,
What the fuck, bro?
Let me call my mom.
I already called her.
Grown ass man, let me call my mom.
Well, I wanted to call her to know what was going on. I ain't did nothing. I promise I ain't did nothing. I see the same one.
This was the craziest shit ever.
Oh, man, I gotta save my friend. Y'all gotta call about this stuff too? No, we're coming over here to help y'all. We sold a call pop up, but we had a Ford F-150. No, they're not. Dad, I'm on the concrete. Okay, well, I called y'all for him. No, sit up.
I called y'all for help.
Okay. Can you guys just say here? Sit on your butt. Oh, okay. On your butt. Okay.
Bend your knee in, your leg in, like you're gonna stand up. Does that make sense? One, two, three. What's your
Some random
malfunction?
old nigga doing fucking home improvement projects and shit.
When I got to work today, I know what I put on my truck. I know what I put on my truck. You see what I'm saying? And when I put on my truck and what my truck was like, you see that back window? See that back window? You can take my hand. You can take your hand and slide that back window open. See what I'm saying? You know, it's some jealousy out there with me working. That's what I'm saying. So I didn't feel comfortable.
I mean, oh man. How you gonna say you called the cops?
I mean, I called y'all though.
Yeah. All you have to do is stop. You're not right in the head right now. Put your leg in there.
Oh, sir, can you just turn it right here for me?
Nobody came on this either. This was 8 days ago
Right in
too.
there. I think you're the only person that's ever sat back there.
I'm just saying for it to be cold. That's all I'm saying.
Put your leg in there.
Hold on, let me get my feet in, sir.
Hey, wouldn't worry about it.
Oh, okay. Now, can I fix y'all window, please?
Yeah, just a second. Is he really done it? Yeah, drop her off.
He's going to do it.
Bruh.
Look, if I call y'all, don't you think that'd be my best interest? Dude wanted me to get this damn female and wanted me to pay some money for a female. I didn't want to. He thought I was bullshitting because he thought I had some money. And what they trying to do is see what I'm going to do and try to rob me.
Do you do drugs?
I've done drugs before. I'm in my right mind. I'm just trying to ask y'all.
I don't think you are in your right mind.
Okay, I'll be quiet.
That's
Okay, I'll be
best.
quiet. Oh man, that shit is fucking wild. Anyways, man, I appreciate you guys for tuning in with your boy, having a good time and turning up with me for this Sunday, evening. I know it's Monday morning for some of you guys, but yeah, I'm not gonna keep you guys any further. You know what I mean? Appreciate y'all and the time that you've dedicated to me this far. You dig? So you have a good, fantastic goddamn rest of your night. Get some sleep. Have a good fucking Monday morning because, that sets the tone for the rest of the week. So if you have a good goddamn Monday, then there's no reason that the rest of the week ain't gonna go your way. You dig what I'm saying? So just get some sleep. Wake up in a positive goddamn fucking, morning and just way. Have a good day. You did. I love you guys. Think about hitting that join button. There's 3 different options to choose from. You could be a high member, a really high member, or the highest member. Check it out. Little discounts and things that you could take advantage of. If not, please just subscribe. Hit that bell notification. It's free 99 and it helps your boy, tremendously because we're trying to hit 100K and we want to hit that shit sometime in the future because it ain't gonna be today, but it's okay. You dig what I'm saying? All right. I love y'all and y'all have a good one. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.